Hello and welcome to our new e-news column. It's entitled Success Leaves Clues. My name is Trina Gray, and I'm so excited to take you through some amazing business and mindset tips today. If we haven't had a chance to meet yet, let me do a quick introduction and we'll dive right into the content. I've been in the fitness industry for more than 25 years. I own two community-based health clubs for about 18 years in Northern Michigan and have a membership base of over 900 members. I also have been a lifelong group fitness instructor and personal trainer who took my hobby of health and wellness and turned it into a career. In addition to having a bricks and mortar facility, I've been really active in the online space. About 16 years ago, I partnered with a company called Beachbody, now Body, to have an online fitness team. So I can reach people all over the country, from my college roommate in Las Vegas to a high school friend in Madison to people I meet on social media. I knew that I wanted to reach beyond my own zip code with health and fitness. So I have a lot of experience to draw from when I talk about fitness. I have built businesses from the ground up, from scratch, and I'm still here with a smile on my face with a story to tell. So the format for Success Leaves Clues, I'm going to offer you two business tips that are relevant, simple, easy tips to implement no matter what kind of business you have. Whether you have an online coaching business or bricks and mortar personal training or mind body or Pilates or boot camp or studio, whatever you do in this industry, these tips are meant to be easy and scalable and easy for you to use. I'm also going to offer one personal growth tip, and I'm going to leave you each edition with an audio or book to consider. So let's dive in. Tip number one. Let's talk about this. I want us to go into the fall season thinking about the direction that we're taking people and not the details of what we're selling them. Let's reframe our conversations, our marketing, our social media posts, our flyers, our emails, our communication to be on the direction that we're taking people and not so much the details of what they're getting. So let's unpack this a little bit. It's fall and people are wanting, craving, desiring to get back into a fall routine. So your emails, your communication, your conversation, your posts might sound something more like, hey, can you see yourself getting back on track, embracing a fall routine, putting yourself back on your own to-do list, embracing your own self-care? Can you see yourself letting go of some of the summer indulgences and getting back focused on a healthy routine? I'd love to help you get there. Can you see yourself looking better, feeling better, and moving better this fall? I'd love to help you get there. Can you see yourself walking into your closet, picking out anything to wear, and it fits and feels good? Let me take you there. Can you see yourself not dreading your next annual physical? Let me take you there. Can you see yourself wanting to feel your best before the holiday season? I'm ready to take you there. That's the kind of language that we want to lead with. We want people to know the direction we're taking them to better health, to longevity, to weight loss, to fat loss, to feeling better in their skin, to having more mobility, less pain, more energy. Whatever your niche is what you want to talk about. But let's tell them where we're taking them, the direction we're walking together, more than the details. It can get so easy to get caught up in sales language that has to do just with pricing and deadlines. And those things are important to close the sale. But to bring people in, hey, let's tell them where we're going. Let's tell them how they're going to feel. I've been saying a lot on my own social media, in my own communication. I just turned 49 years old, and I've really been leaning on that, saying, hey, would you like to look, feel, and move better this decade more than the last decade? I feel better at 49 than I did at 29. I have my habits locked in, better hydration, more mobility, better nutrition. I love to tell people where I'm going and ask if they want to go there with me. Of course, I have the details on the offers. I have membership specials at my gym. I have online specials for packages for people to buy from me. I have promo codes and coupons and deadlines and all kinds of things. But that's not what draws people in. What draws people in is saying, do you want to feel better this year more than last year, this decade more than last decade? Do you want to feel better for the holidays? Do you want to feel better for life? Do you want to wake up with energy? Do you want to wake up with less pain? That's what we want to talk about. Taking people in a direction, using phrases like, can you see yourself? Wanting to move better, feel better, not dread the doctor, get dressed more easily. You insert the phrase that fits you best. Then the details of the sale actually feel so much easier. The details of the transaction just kind of roll off your tongue because they're already interested in what you have to offer. Tell them in a positive, hopeful way the direction that you, your services, your product, your expertise is willing to take them. That is business tip number one, and it works for everybody, no matter what your niche is in this industry. Business tip number two is called squeeze the lemon. It's a really simple concept, but I think it gets overlooked a lot. I have to remind myself to squeeze the lemon in my own business. Here's what I mean by that. When you create something that works, before you abandon it and create something new and shiny and different, do it again. Offer it in more ways. Find a way to take the thing that worked and scale it. Let me give you an example. In my own business, I created a 20-minute boot camp this summer. People were doing 20-minute workouts 5 days a week for 6 weeks. I squeezed the lemon out of that camp by offering it live in my studio, by offering it live on a Zoom line for people to do virtually, and by offering it on demand by recording those and uploading them to a site for people to access. One camp scaled 3 different directions, squeezing the lemon out of an idea. When I finished that program, I had more than 100 people participate in that program. When I finished it, it was very tempting this fall to do something different, to create something new for fall, but I knew I could squeeze the lemon. So I'm repeating the program again, using testimonials, success stories from the last round, and simply using those to have people repeat it, meaning do it again with me, have them bring new people to the table, and for me to attract new people to that. Now, that might seem obvious to you, but I think sometimes in business, we're always looking for the latest flavor, the latest color of paint. We always want to freshen things up, but sometimes what we're doing is working and it's good, and it just needs to be repeated to get traction. So squeeze the lemon out of what's working in your business. Find more ways to scale it, more ways to deliver it, more ways to get paid on it. Think about something that you've done well, whether it's an athletic training program, whether it's something for prenatal moms, whether it's something for menopausal women, whether it's something for former athletes, people needing weight loss, fat loss, people wanting to relieve pain, whatever your issue is, what have you created and how can you deliver it in more ways? Squeeze the lemon out of what you know. I first got this concept back 10 years ago from a book called The Millionaire Messenger by Brendon Burchard. And he talked in this book so much about getting paid on your expertise and getting paid multiple ways on your expertise. And that lesson has stuck with me over time. Back then, my expertise was in delivering fitness, inviting people to a fitness experience. And I found more ways to deliver that locally and online. So these days in my business, 18 years later after opening, I'm still reminding myself to get paid on what I'm good at and deliver it multiple ways, multiple times. Squeeze the lemon in your business. Let's talk about a personal growth tip. The personal growth tip today is a little take on a phrase that we use a lot in the fitness industry, usually when we're talking to a client. How many of you have heard the phrase, you can't outwork a bad diet? Well, I bet you've even used that phrase. What's the idea of that? Basically, you can spend hours on a treadmill, an elliptical. You can spend hours in the weight room, outside running. You can lift, jump, hop, anything you want. But if you feed your body junk, you're likely still going to feel like junk. You can't outwork a bad diet. That really came into the industry in a way that helped us educate our clients about the value of nutrition and the value of having a healthy, whole food, balanced diet, in addition to their fitness routine. Well, let me take that phrase and twist it a little bit and offer it to you in a different way as a leader, as an owner, as an entrepreneur. You can't outwork a bad mindset. What does that look like in business? It might sound something like, I'm so stressed, I'm overwhelmed, I'm always behind, I can't get enough done, my to-do list is never ending, no one can do it like I do it. That's what it sounds like to have a bad mindset in business. And I can say that off the top of my head because I've been there 18 years as an entrepreneur and owner. 18 years of working for myself and building teams and delivering services. I've said all those things. I said I was overwhelmed or too spread thin, or no one could do it like I could do it, or I was always behind, or the to-do list was never done. And when I changed the story in my head, when I changed my language, I changed my business. I started saying things like, I'm right on time. I'm right on time with this idea. I'm right on time with this new service. I'm right on time to make this change in my team. I'm right on time to change things up. I forced myself to get rid of the phrase of feeling behind or overwhelmed because I feel like today is a great day to make a change. Today is a great day to take a step forward, and I'm not going to act from behind. I'm going to act in the present and act with conviction and in the now. Even just that simple shift in thinking of being right on time has helped me have a sense of ease and flow about my business. My friend Ashley Selman is a gym owner in San Francisco, right outside in Mountain View. And she said to me on a call we were on last week that it feels so good to have a business humming along. And I loved that phrase. I want to have a business that hums along, that has ease and flow to it. Yes, I pour energy into it. Yes, I pour ideas into it, but not from a place of scarcity or negativity. My mindset about business is always positive, even when business is hard. When business is hard, I tell myself, you're capable, you're ready, you can handle this. I give myself positive self-talk even when things are hard. And that's what I encourage you to do, to change that tune in your head, because you can't outwork a bad mindset in business. Lastly, let me offer you some ideas for audios or books to listen to. I mentioned The Millionaire Messenger earlier in this conversation, so let me stick with Brendon Burchard as my recommendation. Have you read his books? Have you checked out High Performance Habits? What a great way to take a look at how successful people operate and what tweaks you might be able to make. Brendon is a high performance expert and a leader in this industry, a national or New York Times bestselling author. I personally listen to his audios on his app called Growth Day. If you're interested in more information about Growth Day, please send me a message and I'll talk you through how I've got my team involved in the Growth Day app, the kind of community I've created there. So my business recommendations to you today. Number one, let's talk about the direction we're taking people and not just the details of our sale. Number two, squeeze the lemon out of what you're good at. Deliver it more often in more ways. Personal development tip, you can't outwork a bad mindset. And for our recommended reads, let's dive into some Brendon Burchard. Thank you so much for being here for this edition of Success Leaves Clues.